the Padres won the trade deadline. I want your noted Padres stan over here.
Yeah.
Brook Me 3. Where do you stand?
Look, guys, they got Mike Clevenger, so we're done for. There's no way we're going to survive this. They're going to the World Series 43 years in a row. There's no way. Here's the thing.
Paddock with their
here's the thing.
over 5 FIPS.
Chris Paddock is garbage. He is a terrible pitcher this year. If you want to, if you're telling me that your game 1, 2, and 3 starters are Mike Clevenger, Chris Paddock, and Garrett freaking Richards, or whatever, Lamet. Maybe you throw Lamet in there too. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're gonna get crushed. There's no way. Here's my thing. The Padres' approach to this was, you know what? We really need arms. And they got Clevenger. Congratulations. He's not a top arm. He's maybe a number 4 or 5 starter on a bad team, which he is on. Their approach was, maybe we should just score more runs instead of getting defense and pitching to stop the runs. Let's just score more runs. So they got Nola. Nola's a good pickup for them, by the way. I think that's probably my favorite pickup for them all. Mitch Moreland, another really big pickup for them because he's consistent, but that's about it.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't call him consistent because he's in the middle of the greatest year of his career right now. He's hitting, like 320 some odd. He's got 9 dingers.
He's a guy that comes through in big situations, though.
I'll give you that. And he's a upgrade in all aspects over Eric Hosmer, the overpaid, terrible acquisition that those Padres made. The guy who, with his ill-gotten gold glove or gloves, I don't know how many he has, but whatever. He's not very good. So Moreland is actually a good first baseman that helps all around. I don't know enough about Nola's defense at catcher. I know either way they're probably going to take a step down over Austin Hedges because that dude was a beast with the glove. But also he couldn't hit his weight.
No,
so
he could only hit off Kenley. That's it. Those were his terms. You look at that, and you look at the guys that they've acquired, and obviously they've gotten a few good arms. They've gotten a few good bats. They've changed things up a little bit. I still just don't see any way that the Padres compete with the Dodgers long term. I just don't see it happening. There's too much riding on hot streaks for them. A lot of their guys are currently on hot streaks, which is why they're doing so well. So when those guys come off, you're going to go back to a roughly a league average team. You're not going to be much more than that. They're going to make the playoffs. Like, there's no doubt about that. You look at the National League West and you're like, well, the Diamondbacks pretty much sold off. Like, they pretty much decided, hey, we're not competing this year. The Giants, for some reason, think they can compete this year. And, kudos to them for that. The Rockies, another team that think they can compete this year. They won't.
Who the Rocks got? Pilar and somebody else, or just Pilar?
They got a pitcher. I forget who, but they got Pilar. That's their big get of the trade deadline. So Arizona, going on to Arizona, they ship Archie Bradley off to Cincinnati. So Archie is a Red, which is fantastic for him. Good job, Archie. You're going to a contender. You're going to a team that can actually play.
Reds need They need pitching help so bad.
Robbie Ray goes to Toronto. He's one of those guys that I think would profile better as a reliever when I look at him. I've kind of thought that.
Unless he's starting against the Dodgers.
Throughout his career, I've kind of always seen him like, hey, that guy would be a pretty good reliever. He is having a rough year. Don't let him fool you on that. He's having a rough year. But I've seen a lot of people say that the numbers maybe not be representative of him. So him and Ross might be competing for a 5th starting spot. So that'd be interesting.
If Ross gets traded over there and has to compete for a role, they're about to catch him hands.
Oh, dude. I'll come out to Toronto. I mean, the other one. Buffalo. My bad. And then, more importantly, they shipped Starling Marte off to the Marlins, which was
shocking.
A surprise,
weird.
And P, weird.
It's very, very weird.
And then Colorado gets Pilar. A little bit of a shakeup in the National League West.